Alright, folks, here we go. Will it work? I don't know. Welcome, everybody, to The Candle Enthusiast. I am your host, Shane Carlson, and this is Aromatically Speaking. Going for a take two. We just did a live stream that did not work, so I'm going to try it again. And I'm going to have to repeat everything I said in the intro, but I'm happy to do so. This is Aromatically Speaking, the home of all of my future candle content. If you watch me for candle evaluations, if you watch me for these live streams, unboxings, such as we'll be doing today, this is the place to be. Make sure you hit subscribe. But the main channel, The Candle Enthusiast, that's where all of my brand new content, destination travels, vlogs, you name it, all of my new content is going to be hosted. It's sort of a new beginning, a relaunch of the main channel, The Candle Enthusiast. Today, we're going to be talking about a small batch candle company by the name of Burke Hare. Some of you folks may know who they are. You burned them before. Maybe you've seen them on social media. Maybe you've been curious. Maybe you've seen some of my past videos where I've worked with Burke Hare before. Well, today we're going to be doing an unboxing. I'm really not sure what's inside the box, but I have heard from Erica, the proprietor, the owner, and the candle maker, that there's some returning fragrances, and there's also some brand new scents as well for both Halloween and autumn. So this is it. This is the season, whether you like it or not. I call it Candle Halloween Mania, because there's never too much time for Halloween enthusiasts to prepare for the Halloween season. We had Kringle candles pre-order release just a few days ago, and everyone was going nuts. It was amazing. It broke the candle internet, if you will. And also, in the very near future, I have my annual spoiler alert sneak peek video. I'm going to call it a special. And it makes it feel more special, and it makes me, makes it sound really important. Like I do it every year. It's like a TV special. But I have my annual Yankee Candle spoiler alert sneak peek video. Lots of new stuff, lots of news, how things are going to pan out this year as far as when does Yankee Candle Halloween start, and will there be a party? Will Sal Deerfield, the flagship store, home of Yankee Candle, will that even be open, and will they be celebrating? Well, I'll have all this information for you very soon. I posted on Instagram just a couple weeks ago that I was going to have it ready, but things played out for the better because I had to hit the road, and there was the whole Kringle thing was what everyone was talking about last week. So I figured this will be good timing. Plus, it's still July, let's face it. All right, so let's see how we're doing. If we are lagging, we're going to have to be okay with that, because like I said, we had to restart the video. All right, and I see you guys in the chat area. Hopefully the sound is good if the picture is not. So let us get this finally. Let's get this started. Burke Hare, based out of Rhode Island. Where did I put that box? It's right here. I remember evaluating a bunch of scents. There were several candles in the Sleepy Hollow, New York cemetery for Burke Hare. That was a crazy day. I did a lot of evaluations in a cemetery, and it was during somewhat of the busy season, so I had to find a relatively quiet area to set the tone, the ambiance. I remember there was a Hocus Pocus candle, an Edgar Allan Poe candle named Nevermore, And then there was... Oh, God, I'm forgetting the names. But either way, it was the dirt one. What was it called? Dirt? No, that's Washington Wicks. Dirt Nap. Cemetery Gates. That's what it was called. All right. So if you can see here, the packaging. Whoa. The lag is really setting me off. We have a little bit of branding on the box. The Burke Hare logo. The insignia. Now, there was a lot of candles that were supposed to be in here. Curious how it all fits. And I'm also curious how this box opens. I'm going to have to do some tearing because... Whoa. With that fan and with these candles right underneath my nose, wow, that is intense. And there is a lot of... There looks like we have 6 candles in here. Oh God. You know, I know it's an unboxing, but I really should do this off screen before the live. Because you really want to be hearing all the crinkling and crackling. I do it just to prove to you that I haven't read the fragrance notes or smelled the candles. But I think we've established a relationship here of trust. Ooh, it's a little magnet. Look at that. It looks like a button, but it is a magnet. Let's stick to... There's nothing metal around me except for my computer. I'll put it there. Alright, so there is written material, so I want to make sure I get all that out. There looks like there's a sample of something as well. Let's turn that fan off for now. Hi Shane, this is from Erica, the proprietor and the owner and the candle maker. Hi Shane, I have included some customer favorites from our most recent tarot-inspired collection. Hope you love them. The moon is definitely a current obsession. Here is a discount code for all of your followers. Listen up, folks. As well, CE15. I'm going to type that in, but for you folks watching this later, I'm going to put it in the description as well. This is going to save you 15%. That is an awesome, it's a very generous thing, Erica. Thank you very much for doing that. She didn't tell me she was going to do that. It's valid through 8/13, no, 8/31. So you have plenty of time to use that. Let me just type that in. 8/31. Halloween is, whenever Halloween is released, please note this code will exclude. Whew. Let me start that over. Please note that this code will exclude that collection. So no Halloween with this code. So they shouldn't save it in anticipation. Use it up and use it up now. Thanks again, Erica Burke Hare. Thank you so much, Erica, for doing that. That is a huge incentive, especially this time of year when all of us candle folks are spending so much money on Halloween wax. It gets to be a very expensive hobby. YouTube is not receiving enough to maintain a smooth stream. As such, viewers will experience buffering. Well, I don't know what you want me to do. I've tried everything under the sun, and we're just going to have to go with it. We're going to have to go with it. Worst case scenario, and worst case scenario, I will be recording more on these candles. Whoa! I thought this was 2 candles. Look at this. Have you seen, this is like a pillar inside of a jar. Let's get a close-up on that. And no close-up, apparently. No close-up, because that camera doesn't want to work. But you know what? That's good enough for me. Maybe that's what's causing the problem. Could that be? Could that be? I'm going to turn that camera off. And let's hope that fixes some of the issues. So let me hold it up here so we can see. We have the Magician. And we see those fragrance notes right there. But this is a 12-ounce candle, soy wax, glass jar, aluminum lid, screw on, screw off, no gasket stuff here. So this is the tarot card collection that she has sent, which I suppose could work not just for autumn and Halloween. This could work all year round. Let's give this a sniff. I've been sniffing it. Wow, that's really, really pretty and thirst quenching. I'll tell you why. Because it smells like, I think we all saw rose on the fragrance notes. I'm really trying not to think about that, but that's what kind of hits you first, is this kind of, that thick, rosy, leathery, musky quality. But how can that be thirst quenching? Well, there is. It's balanced with this like cherry and strawberries on the label, so I'm guessing strawberry lemonade. There's a big punch of fruitiness, not sweetness, fruitiness, big difference, with that tart sensation that we would get from a citrus juice top note. Oh God, did I miss a citrus note on this jar? Because it is so citrusy in the most beautiful way. I mean, I smell the pulp. And if you're not a pulp person in your orange juice, that's okay. Just think about eating like the citrus fruit whole. You're not just getting the aromas of the juice. You're getting the pithy notes, the white stuff inside the citrus fruit, and all those little membranes that are inside each wedge of the citrus. I want to be really dorky and be very specific with this citrus note. It's not too bitter to go anywhere with grapefruit or pomelo or anything like that, or ruby red. And the pulpiness does remind me of an orange, but really it's like if you could just imagine a super sweet lemon. Like a lemon that there's got to be some variety out there that if you leave it in the sun, more sugars develop inside. But yeah, so it is this rosy musk. I would say additional florals like a lily of the valley. There was something lily on there, I believe. But a white floral musk. I say that every evaluation now, don't I? White floral musk. But say, forget about the musk. Just think about white floral blossoms, petals. Just a big bucket of just white petals, right? In the wedding, right? Someone's the little boy, the little girl, whoever it is that throws the petals. I don't go to many weddings. It's not by choice. It's just I just haven't gone to many weddings. Not a lot of family members, I suppose. It's automatically got super depressing really quick. But yeah, my point is, it just smells like a gentle white blossom, and you just squeezed that lemon juice on there. And I want to say like sugar, but I don't want to use or imply sweetness in any way, because this is not cloyingly sweet. It smells like just very ripe citrus, which would have sugar in it, but you would never describe like a sweeter lemon as sweet. Does that make sense? Maybe it doesn't. Is there anything else going on in here? It definitely has like a funeral parlor thing with the florals. I mean, my mind is in like a Burke Hare gothic place right now, right? I know this company and what they produce, very, very mystical magic shop. This was tarot cards, fortune tellers lounge. This is a very fresh floral smell, not potpourri. This is like freshly delivered flowers. What does that smell like? That's citrus. I'm telling you, the citrus and the fruit reminds me of something so specific. And I'm not going to be able to find it. I'm just going to say, if you can imagine buying some form of frozen citrus dessert, lemon dessert with strawberry, maybe some cherry juice in there, maybe a little bit of pineapple juice in there to further heighten the tartness and a little bit of the sweetness. Buying this at like a Disneyland, Disney park, a carnival or a county fair, some truck that's mixing up this frozen, delicious beverage. And it's so fresh that it actually has chunks of the fruit in it. This is not like a slush puppy that's utilizing syrups or things like that, because the fruit is so present. It's so authentic. I feel like I said, I could smell the pulp of the citrus. And this was called the Magician, wasn't it? Vanilla is what I forgot. So, rose petal, vanilla, iris. So it wasn't lily either, iris. So a sweeter, gentler floral, powerful, but gentle in that it's not gonna, so floral, it won't give you that for those people who can't really handle the florals that well. That's a very nice scent. I wonder if, and maybe one of you folks can help me out here, if rose petal, vanilla, strawberry, iris, and the Magician, and let's show that label one more time, if there's any relevance there, or if this is just a poetic description. Even I'm not too educated with tarot cards either, so I don't even know what the Magician stands for. But maybe you can enlighten me. Leave that in the comments. Leave that in the chat area. Very, very... this is a floral I could actually burn. I purchase, and there's tons of floral candles in my candle collection. Trust me. I just don't burn them a lot. I like to go around my candle collection, sniff them, let them transport me a little bit. Vanilla... I would say maybe the creaminess more than the vanilla is starting to really come through when I'm smelling the actual candle. But this is actually a floral candle that I could burn that I don't think would bother me. And it has that fortune teller's feel. I said funeral parlor. That's far too dark for this. Because with that bright fruit, maybe I should be thinking more along that lines of the magic shop. If that had like some incense, a little bit of incense, or maybe some resin in there of some kind, that probably could be like authentically called like the magic shop candle. But again, this is a tarot card inspired collection here. So let us see what we have in number 2 here. It's hot. It's okay though. I'm handling it well. I also have a light on me to make things worse. But other than a little bit of precipitation, sweat precipitation, not rain, just precipitation of sweat down my face, I'm doing okay. This one is called Death. Okay, we went from magician to death. Very dark, very, very fast. But it does remind me that I remember in high school, I wanted to make a short film. I made tons of short films in high school. A lot of them bombed miserably because this is, early high school, I didn't have a car, neither did my friends. So organizing such a thing to make even a short film was very difficult. But I had this idea of a movie called Little Death. It was death, but he was little. He was the son of death, and the short film just followed a bunch of deaths. List of people he was to kill that he passed on to his son. He said, Little Death, go get these people. See if you can take on dad's job. I don't know why I'm sharing this. I was hoping, and probably still am, that it'll tie to this candle somehow. Okay, so take a look at that label again. The fragrance notes are no secret, but they're vague enough where I can let's try to interpret this a little bit more emotionally than literally. Ooh. All right, so first thing I'm feeling, I'm really embracing that word feeling. I'm gonna try to let this come from an emotional place. Feeling that earthiness of actual dirt, gravel, root systems, but also a little bit of green grass, moss. Some wood and bark. This is definitely, right from the get-go, painting a portrait of a cemetery or a hallowed grave. Maybe a victim is going inside. Maybe death is being resurrected or coming to life or waking from his slumber to attack the living, to claim his next victim. But the one that really gets me is that root system. I've used all of my clever descriptions on how to talk about roots. I've said, imagine picking out like a turnip and smelling the root system, or even it shares qualities of hay or dried out dead grass, corn husk. It really smells like a root. And so if you've ever pulled out a tree stump out of the ground and you're struggling to pull out those ancient roots from the ground, you'll know this smell. There's still, I mean, there's the death of just pure soil and earth and the rocks, and there's just nothing living about it. But then there's the grassiness and those roots that are very much vibrant and alive, and you can smell, when it has life to it, because there's moisture inside. This is so if you're a fan of her cemetery gates, if you like cemetery candles, if you like if you don't even want to go dark with this, I can paint a very pleasant portrait for you if you'd let me. Think of a beautiful day in wine country. Maybe you and your significant other, you're driving down the road, and in wine country, you're not dealing with very fertile soils. You're dealing with dried out soils from many different kinds: volcanic, limestone, dusty soils. But either way, it is dusty. So when you drive, you get those big clouds when you pull off fast. So imagine driving and you're smelling that airborne dust. We called it, in Rutherford, which is a subregion of Napa Valley, we called this the Rutherford dust. And on certain vintages of the wine, you could actually taste a little bit of that dust, because the dust is everywhere. The dirt gets on the fruit, and it actually comes through, and it's a beautiful nuance to that area in Napa Valley. But so you're driving through, but you find this vast area, open, mountains, thousands of feet tall, and you find a clearing within the vines, and you lay down that picnic blanket and basket, and you pour yourself a Syrah, not a Shiraz, a Syrah. So from, say, a southern or northern Rhone Valley French-style wine. You pour yourself a little bit. It's going to be a little bit more earthy. It's going to have a little bit more of that funky, muddy mixture with the fruit flavors. If you're not a fan of wine, I've lost you at this point. But my point is, having that picnic, being very close to the ground, sun beating down, which is going to pull up the aromas of the ground underneath you. So you're going to smell the grass, you're going to smell the soil, you're going to smell those roots. Think of the vines. Vines don't smell like roots, but our mind can go there. Or maybe there's some crates around us, They don't use crates to pick grapes. They use half-ton bins, but still. Maybe you're in an apple orchard in wine country. So although this can be turned easily into a cemetery concept, and I'm sure that's what it's going for, or a dark outside autumn October evening, this also can really provoke a very pleasant, pretty, heartwarming moment as well. In fact, burning something like this and having wine with it, a nice fruity wine pairing, maybe not stay away from the red in this weather. Get a nice chilled white wine or sparkling wine. A fragrance like this, instead of complementing what's in the wine with the candle. A lot of people burn a wine-scented candle or a fruity candle when they're drinking wine. Try not to complement. Try to contrast. It always makes for a better pairing. Trust me, the contrast is, in my opinion, always more important than the complement. So burning this with a fruity wine can give you maybe a full sensory experience of drinking wine out in the vineyards while picnicking, something like that. So the fragrance notes: Palo Santo, amethyst, or amyris, excuse me, I almost said amethyst. It's not a stone. Amyris, copal, and incense. Yeah, I can see that incense, and I would have missed it because it's totally just taking me to the outside. But yeah, okay, so I can see a charcoal. Again, I still feel like that's an outdoorsy thing. Our charcoal, perhaps a faint nuance, a faint reminder that maybe there was once smoke floating around, but it's gone. It's not smoky. Maybe some expired firewood or something like that. Death by Burke Hare, 12 ounces, a part of the tarot card collection. And okay, so the lagging is horrible. I'm just not going to pay attention to it, and gonna have to figure this out, folks. I am directly connected to Ethernet, so I don't know what more I can do. And after we finish here with Burke Hare, I do have some more unboxings, other candles and some items. Looks like a box that one of you guys have sent me to the Candle Enthusiast P.O. box. Ooh, look at that. I love the moon, and that is the name of this candle. We have the crescent moon with that face. Always reminds me of a short Little Lulu cartoon. Would You Like to Swing on a Star? I believe it was the name. But also reminds me of that. I don't mean this. I mean when I see a crescent moon with a face on it, it reminds me of the McDonald's character. I'm trying to remember his name. I believe it was like a Ray Charles inspired cartoon, was it not? Let's give this a sniff. This is good. The moon, death, and the magician. Oh, wow. That really just takes me into a deep, visceral feeling of like being around sweets, baked goods. Look, it's not a baked goods candle, but I've been laying off the sweets recently. So anything that is decadently as rich as this, oh my God, this smells to me right now like the most heavenly, like slurry or some kind of frosting that would go on top of like a cinnamon bun. There is for sure that pistachio / almond extract aroma. You know how almond extract, to me, it smells like pistachio. I don't know why. Maybe I think because people probably put almond extract in pistachio cookies. Maybe, I don't know. Is it just me, or am I the only one? But it has that sugar cookie, pistachio almond extract thing happening. And boy, is it happening. And this one is sweet. I would venture to probably say a very light caramel or even light brown sugar if I didn't see honey as one of the fragrance notes on the label. Honey is listed, and I can see that. And I think it affects the way I think about this candle, not in that it brings me to seeing like a honey bear or, you know, a certain time of the year that I associate with honey. I'm not a beekeeper, so I really don't have many associations. with honey, or really when it's it can be harvested many times out of the year, can it not? I don't know. But what it does is, it doesn't make me think, oh, there's honey in this candle. It just brings me to a super sweet, decadent, savory, buttery place. And I think that's great. And I think it was clear when I first smelled this candle that it was dragging me there. A big French vanilla component too, and I don't think that was on the label, but this is French vanilla in that we could say melted frozen yogurt vanilla, like vanilla ice cream just melted, or vanilla bean ice cream, but it has that distinct French vanilla fragrance. French vanilla fragrance. How many times have I said this? In middle school, 6th, 7th grade, the school, this was, I think, right around Bath and Body Works was really just getting started, before they had candles or were known for candles. Every girl in school would be using the body sprays, the lotions, and it was just trending. Everybody had the French vanilla, and it just became so synonymous with my youth of French vanilla and middle school, what middle schoolers would use as perfume, and it lasted years. So although it's creepy for me to say this reminds me of 8th grade girls, it does take me back in time to when I was in 8th grade. But the reason I point it out is because it's not so much a yummy aroma as it is a pretty aroma. I associate it with, it's subjective to me, but it's an association that I have. I associate this with, again, like I said, a feminine fragrance. But I am getting both of two different kinds of vanilla here. And the fragrance part of it is going to have, oh, wait a minute. Yeah, so the fragrance part is going to have some florals. But if I'm not, oh God, what is the name of that Bath? Oh, I'm sorry, Erica from Burke Hare, if you're listening to this. I'm saying Bath and Body Works a second time, but I have to think of, it's called Almond Blossom. Almond Blossom is the Bath and Body Works spray. I believe it's had several names, but that mist, that body spray, smells like this. It smells like that pistachio extract. It has that almond quality. The reason why I don't want to say almond is because I don't want you to think like raw almond or roasted almond or almond milk. It's a much different experience of smelling almond. But that has that pistachio extract with, very, very potent vanilla. And this is called the Moon, which I always refer. In my head, the moon is always a woman. I always use the pronoun her when I talk about the moon. I don't know when or how that started. Maybe it's because of all the great music and poetry that's been written about the moon. Tom Petty, Luna. You ever heard that song? Very early song. Luna, glide down from the moon. Maybe it's not the moon, Luna, but a girl that lives on the moon. Either way, to me, this is subjective, folks. Feminine fragrance, but one which would be loved by women. A lot of women would love to wear this, but men would also like this as well. Just because there's two different kinds of scents, when it comes to candles. One could be, okay, this candle, I'm not speaking as myself here. I'm going to speak as a non-candle person. I could see a guy saying, that smells like a girl. And then him pointing to another candle, be like, that smells like a feminine candle that I would like to burn. There's a difference, right? One, he's kind of implying that's like, well, that was produced for a woman. Like, smells like perfume. But this one smells feminine and like, my Aunt Jane's house, she's a young business professional, and she's got all fancy kinds of soaps and lotions and stuff like that. I'm getting really, really weird here with some of my descriptions. I apologize, but I'm trying to just hit close to home that this, I think, is hard to do, to find a fragrance that is feminine, but one that a couple or a guy alone could also enjoy. And a lot of you might smell this and not associate it with being feminine at all. I really get that buttery, savory cookie, though. What is going on here? Honey, lavender. Yes. That should not have been missed on my part. I apologize, because that's not a subtlety. My brain wasn't thinking. And how perfect honey, lavender, almond, all of those go together wonderfully. And rice milk, that is interesting. I've never had rice milk. I've never used rice milk in a recipe. But I'm kind of curious now, because honey, lavender, and almond alone is not going to make a candle this. It actually made my mouth water when I smelled it. There was just such a yummy side to it. So let's try to, I don't ever rate candles, but during the colder seasons, I definitely go with savory candles. So this one it's hard if I had to. This is such a great selection because they're all different. And I could burn all three. Usually there's one that I'm like, I like this, but I probably wouldn't burn it. I could burn all three of these. I love the savory side to this. And the fact that it's savory and yet I was still talking about feminine, that's pretty cool, isn't it? Even if I'm just a crazy guy. And then the death was such an outdoor experience that could be dark and haunting. From the crypt, from underneath the ground, comes the hand, comes the dirt, comes the roots, comes the grass. But it also could be that perfect day out in the vineyards, a perfect day out at the park, sitting in the shade, laying on the grass, taking a nap. I'm getting a little bit more of, I'm coming back to it. How do I want to describe that? Some interesting briny notes. Briny. Not salty, but briny. And that incense is apparent. But it's, just to be clear, it's not a smoky thing. It's more of a resinous thing. And the magician was that floral and super... see, these are really opening up. I have to learn from this experience. Just like wine, I mean, you have to imagine that it takes time for all of the components in a candle to volatilize, to turn into vapor, right? So that you're smelling it and all of the ratios appropriately. I feel like coming back to these, I'm getting much more on them. But what I focused on certainly was, it's still there. Like, this is big lemon, man. Just big lemon that's sweet enough to drink with, matched with the contrasting florals. That strawberry is there that just wants to cling to the lemon. Like, it's not lemon and strawberry at the party. It's the strawberry lemonade that just came through the door. And you should go welcome him or her and offer them a drink. The lemon, the citrus, and the strawberry come together. So, one more time, Burke Hare Company, their tarot collection, and it says right here, the Palo Santo and the Death Candle is an essential oil. Very good to know. I need to spend a little bit more time. I'll be honest. I have the Palo Santo, I'm going to say it for a third time, Bath & Body Works candle. And I never burned it, and I never talked about it. But I need to, there's some things here. Oh, and there's also another one, a teak wood in the Death Candle. That's not in the label. I'm guessing these are the expanded notes. And the lily is on the Magician. Haha. So I did, if you remember, I said Lily of the Valley. I said lily. But then I saw that it said iris on the label. I called that. Coconut and the Magician as well. I hope it's okay for me to be reading these notes. But either way, it's hard for me to choose between the three of these. I think you're just going to have to take what I've said and see what you respond to the most, or get the whole collection, because man, what would be better than burning all three of these, not together, but spread them out in your living space, so as you move around, as you walk around, you'll get this that's a good way to put it, this aromatic topography. Am I saying that word right? Topography. Like the lay of the land. You'll have this sense of space as you move around. You'll be able to smell in different amounts these different candles. Interesting thing to do. I do it on Halloween. Topography. Maybe I could just say geography. Keep it easy. Aromatic geography. I want to thank Erica for the swag. I got plenty. I'm sure a lot of customers are going to get these, some postcards that definitely suit their brand. And remember that code. CE, which I'm sure stands for Candle Enthusiast, CE15, to receive 15% off your order up until August 31st. But use it now. Don't wait, because it will not apply to Halloween purchases, which I'm sure you're all interested in. I have my notes here. Let's see if I need anything. So, folks who are not familiar with Burke Hare, some things I found on the website that are good to know. We consistently test our candles to make sure they not only have a great scent throw, but also to make sure they burn clean and evenly every time. They're also cruelty-free. We're not just vegan. All of our items are Leaping Bunny certified as cruelty-free too. As animal lovers and pet owners ourselves, we are committed to never test on animals or use any suppliers that do. Custom blends. We formulate and develop our own recipes for scents. For scents, waxes, and oil bases. Interesting. That's what makes our candles and fragrance oils truly special. I was wondering why I didn't see like 100% soy. It sounds like they're, candle to candle, they're probably playing with the different wax blend. I'm guessing by the look and mainly the smell of the wax itself, I can tell that there's a lot of soy in that wax, if not 100%. But interesting that they're using essential oils and they're making their oil bases. Interesting. See, that's where I would love to expand my knowledge. Social media links, all of this stuff will be in the description below. But Burke and Hare, it's actually, is it burkeandhare.com? It is burkeandhare.com. But their handle on Instagram and Twitter is Burke Hare, Burke Hare Co. And Burke is B-U-R-K-E. All that information, like I said, in the description below. And on this piece of paper, a bunch of information you guys can't see yet, but I have it. I have it. And I'm sure we'll be talking about that in the near future. We got some other things to do. We're not done yet. Hold your horses as I just splash water in my eyes. I don't know. I can't. People say they're going to send me things. And I'm so happy because I love to unbox things on the live streams, but by the time I get them and open them, I just can't remember who they're from. So please reach out to me if you sent me this candle. This is from a candle company called Art of the Root. Art of the Root out of Bedford, Ohio. And I'm seeing if there's a name who sent it, and there's not. I do remember that name, but I can't remember who sent this. They wanted to send it my way so I can show it, maybe promote it, but most importantly, experience it. It's called Road Opener. Road Opener. Check that out. I like that label design. It's very simplistic. I mean, looking at it, it looks simplistic. I'm sure it is not simplistic to design it, but it says a natural soy candle includes herbs and essential oils. So, first of all, the color. I don't know what you're seeing, but I'm seeing a honey mustard or like a Thousand Island. I don't know what. No, is Thousand Island dressing? I don't know. I've never had that. Thousand Island. Is that pink or is that this color? Let's call it a honey mustard color with maybe a little bit of extra red in it. But they weren't kidding. Check that out. I thought I saw some specklage. Can we get a focus here? Maybe if I cover my face. It's not only just sprinkled with herbs, but if I turn it around, you'll see that it's on the bottom too. So I don't know if it goes all the way through the wax. I don't see it on the sides. I'm guessing maybe some is sprinkled in, the wax is poured, and then sprinkled more on top. Let's give it a smell. Road Opener. That is a very nice smelling candle. I don't know what Road Opener is in reference to. Just give me a moment to try to collect my thoughts here. I'm trying not to look at this and guess, but I'm wondering if I am seeing some saffron in here, because it certainly smells like I could be. But there is a very juicy, follow me here, I'm going to use a lot of adjectives, but juicy, syrupy, citrusy, pine sap aroma. You know, pine sap, or just like pine cones, or the terpene, that white stuff that oozes out of the tree. That stuff smells so good. It's horrible to get in your hands. But you always imagine, I would imagine, if you could turn that stuff into, candy or maple syrup. It's probably poisonous and toxic. So the answer is probably no. But imagine that for a moment. If you took something like pine sap and, mixed it with 7-Up or Sprite. Yeah. Oh, I'm saying that. I'm not taking that back. But still really getting the earthy qualities of that pine tree as far as the bark, the tiny little twigs and branches, maybe even some of the dead needles underneath the tree. And you're probably thinking, well, this could smell like Haunted Hollow, because there might be bergamot in here. Haunted Hollow by Yankee Candle. And it doesn't, because there is a lemon verbena fruitiness that comes through, or lemon zest, if you want to say that. And I'm going to go with mango. The mango flesh, if you want to say mango juice, but the skin too. The skin is, anyone who's ever peeled a mango before, or accidentally ate a little bit of the peel, will know how pungent that skin is. Very fragrant, very tannic, very hard, not really digestible at all, but the smell of it is very exotic and pretty. So tropical, citrusy in regards to the fruit, and a heavy dose of that, like an outdoor forest, Adirondacks or Catskill Mountains, Berkshire Mountains, any forest that has coniferous trees. Like I said, perhaps a little bit of saffron. Don't give me credit for it, but there's other stuff too. And I want to eat it to taste it, but I would almost guess maybe a cracked black pepper, but that's not an herb, it's a spice, but it looks like it, and I'm thinking maybe there's a little bit of this like peppercorn thing going on. It's not sneezy. Yeah, I'm gonna say peppercorn. I don't have the fragrance notes. I don't think it's anywhere. That's a shame. But if anyone wants to look up the fragrance notes, Art of the Roots, and you can let me know if I was anywhere close, whether in the comments or in the chat area. The Road Opener, Art of the Root. I would definitely burn this candle. And this could definitely fit a lot of folks. It could fit people who like the outdoors, obviously. We said pine tree. People who like fruits. People who like spend time in the garden. It's very herbal, this candle. I can't see how this could be offensive. That lemon essence, lemon oil, lemon verbena is kind of coming through as a little bit of like lemon pledge. So if you don't like lemon pledge, I guess maybe that could offend you if you have a bad association with lemon pledge. But it's a very nice, clean scent. I think that's the word to use. Not so much fresh, but clean. I like it. we have another box. And I also don't know who this is from. Yes, I do. I got a first name, Mary. Mary with an I. You'll see that I opened this box accidentally. Thought it was something I ordered on eBay. But then I saw a little something and I'm like, wait a minute, I didn't order that. And then I looked more closely. And it had come from my P.O. box. So check this out. Wow, you know what? That's crazy. And this is not a lie. I just bought a brand new Yankee Candle sparkling cinnamon candle because I wanted sparkling cinnamon, sparkling pine, sparkling balsam, and sparkling snow with the older Yankee Candle labels, and I wanted them unlit. I wanted those four. All of them didn't come out in the same year. Sparkling pine predates sparkling cinnamon, I think. I could be wrong. Maybe they did come out together. Sparkling pine, sparkling cinnamon. Sparkling snow was 2015, I believe. Maybe it was 13. Who knows at this point? But sparkling balsam was 2015, if I'm not getting that wrong. But which I think this means that Mary had to have found this online, or maybe she came across it. I mean, this was at a yard sale. It's in perfect condition. I mean, it looks brand new. The box, it's an ornament. If you guys don't know, Christmas ornament. Yankee used to make these blown glass ornaments. Maybe she got it at the Village, like way back when, because they don't make this stuff anymore. They purchase it like ornaments from other suppliers, but they don't make their own products and certainly don't brand them like this. But that is a beautiful thing. Thank you so much for that. It's amazing because of all you guys how many candle related Christmas ornaments I have. It's insane. Absolutely insane. I could fill up a whole tree with candle ornaments. Oh, and look at this. I was going to say sparkling pine. It's not, but it is balsam and cedar. How cool is that? Let's see if we can get a focus. Is it going to let me do it? Come on, camera. You have so much light. There we go. Hold that focus. That is super cool. Thank you so much for that, Mary. And we have a letter addressed to the candle enthusiast. Great penmanship, and we even have a wax seal. How appropriate. With Mary's, it's like a very dark green wax. With M for Mary. Let me try to open this nicely. Whew, it is warm. Let's see what we got happening here. Now, I don't know if I can read this, but I think I can. God, that handwriting looks familiar. Dear candle enthusiasts, I'm becoming dyslexic, guys. I really thought I saw an S at the end of enthusiast. Maybe it's the heat getting to me. Dear candle enthusiast, please enjoy these at the end of the year. Sincerely, Mary. Mary, thank you so much. And if you are in the chat area, I apologize, but my computer is working overtime. I will hopefully I hopefully will find the right Mary and reach out to thank you, because I really do appreciate these little tokens. I have some, every time I look at these things, it just reminds me that I'm not just talking to cameras, that there actually is people out there who watch these lives, but also are waiting for brand new The Candle Enthusiast content. Get back to basics, right, Shane? Get back outside. Bring out the camera. Stop with the sit and chatting to the camera. Get out there and start experiencing the world aromatically. And that's what we're doing. I am filming, I am editing, that is for sure, and I will be filming again soon. You're going to be seeing all different kinds of different content. I have this massive candle evaluation coming out. We have the Yankee Candle spoiler alert video that should be the first thing to be posted. Haven't decided where that will be posted yet, the main channel or the second channel. But then some summertime activities. It's hard when starting out again for the first time, because I used to in 2016 just take the camera, go film for the day and be done. But whenever I leave a location for the day, or if I'm finished for the day, I'm thinking, oh man, how great would it be if I can actually film something else and maybe another little segment and then tie them in together. So my priority right now is to get out videos, but the other priority is to make sure that these videos, at least in part, are displaying what I can do as a video maker. I don't want to be making just vlogs. That's great every now and then, but I want to, I want these videos to represent what I can do as an artist. Therefore, if a bigger, really fun, grand experience comes our way where we have a chance to really film and document something really cool, I can show my work to whoever, and they'd be like, oh, okay, your work's pretty good. Yeah, you can work on this. It's hopefully will open up a lot of doors, because no one really wants to work with a vlogger. You know what I mean? Like, anyone can blog, and a lot of people can blog and do it very well. But to make a good video that's entertaining, fun, fast-paced, and makes you want to watch it again, and can actually reach into certain areas and get you emotional in a good way. And I was going to say in a bad way, but no, I don't mean good way in a bad way. I mean emotional as in maybe dig some tears or get you really happy inside. It takes a little bit more craftsmanship. So I want to be making sure that the Candle Enthusiast is that I'm making quality videos, but understanding that I need to pump them out. So there will be plenty of behind the scenes. They used to be called in-betweens, which were like making of videos. They're just going to be vlogs now, but everything will be clearly labeled. Playlists will be made, and we're finally, after this long stretch of 2020 where the world has essentially been on pause, I'm finally getting to go out there and relaunch the Candle Enthusiast, and I couldn't do it without you folks, the supporters. Whether you just watch the show, if you just watch what I do, that's good enough, honestly. At this point, just watching that support is everything. But for those of you who can financially help the show, whether it's $1 a month, $2, $5, whatever you can do, whether you want to buy a t-shirt, all of the ways to help fund future videos and to really see this Candle Enthusiast turn into something. Not just, okay, this will pay for a video, this will pay for another video, this will pay for another video, but to really turn this into something where one day, hopefully, I'll never, ever have to ask a penny from any of my viewers again. That is truly the goal, to have the Candle Enthusiast be self-funding all of these videos. Go to places and hopefully they will supply me with what I need to make those videos. I get a video, they get a little bit of promotion, you guys get entertainment, win-win-win situation. And I've just been working on this with 100% passion. I don't have to say these things, but you know, so many things are constantly changing so fast. But I mean, it wasn't a long time ago. It wasn't where I could have taken a full-time job, an amazing job, before I started the Candle Enthusiast channel, as a teacher and a representative of a program for the Culinary Institute of America. I probably shouldn't have called them out by name. There was a position that essentially I could have designed for myself. And I could just be laying back right now, sipping on, lemonade, living in the lap of luxury, because they pay very well. But I knew that having a job, not that there's anything wrong with the culinary, love the culinary. I'm a graduate. My father was a 43-year-old tenured employee of the Culinary Institute. But I knew if I did not exhaust every last morsel of my being to do something original and creative, that I would regret it and that I would just be miserable daydreaming of what could have been. So, yes, did I give a safe lifestyle, a really great paycheck? Did I just turn away to it? I did. Did I do it for the Candle Enthusiast, a YouTube channel that's got several thousand subscribers? Yeah, because I know we can turn this into something. I know we can. It's just how fast can I do it? And, can I be working at my full potential, not making mistakes, and putting out great content and attracting attention? Yeah, I do. I've been thinking this since the beginning. It's just, it takes time. It takes time. It's coming up. I'm going to be starting the 5th year of the Candle Enthusiast in August. But to me, it feels like it's been days. Because it really has been. I've worked on movies that have taken longer to get to the filming process than how long it's been here on YouTube. It takes time to build something, to get the money in